threw me out of bed for Richard.
Not until you threw me out for Rosamond.
It's not that simple. I won't have it be that simple.
I adored you.
Never.
I still do.
Of all the lies, that one is the most terrible.
I know.
What's the old Russian novel that begins, all happy families are happy in the same way, but unhappy families are unhappy in different ways? I do think of each of these families as very different, but I think the thing that ties them together in the dysfunction is that families keep trying to work. They keep trying to make it happen, and it's the dysfunction. Either you don't have the communication skills, or you step on toes at the wrong time, or someone's mood gets in the way. And like ultimately, they always say with tragedy, it's filled with what if. If only someone had said the right thing at the right time, that wouldn't have happened. And I think in a dysfunctional family, we often feel that way. You know, we're at the holidays right now, so everyone's dealing with their families, and I'm sure there's a lot of, oh, if only I hadn't said that, or oh. So, but it's very fun.
Well, what family doesn't have its ups and downs?
Eleanor is one of the great women of history. If you look her up, there's just the things that she did that they know about. She was absolutely unbelievable. For medieval times, for her to have all that power, to be so intelligent, to be so beautiful, to be so powerful, and to live till 82 doing all this, she was just an absolute marvel. So she's layers and layers and layers of all kinds of things.
Well, we keyed on it already a bit, a family trying to make it through the holidays. It's the Christmas court in Chinon Castle, and I've let my queen, I'm playing Henry, and I'm letting my queen out of prison where I've kept her the past 10 years, and she gets brought out at Christmas time to be paraded around, and our 3 sons are there, and my mistress, and the French king. And there's lots of plots and intrigue. We're trying to, they're trying to overthrow me, and I'm trying to decide which son I want on the throne after I'm gone. And Eleanor wants a different son on the throne. And so there's all sorts of love and hate and machinations.
Had no sons. He had 3 whiskered things, but he disowned them. You're no sons of mine. I deny you all. None of you will get my crown. I leave you nothing. I wish you plague. May all your children breach and die. You dare to damn me? Well, I damn you back. God damn you!
Well, this is a first for me. I don't think I've ever had someone who is in the play, especially not a leading part in the play, be a director. But although I thought it was going to be a problem, in some aspects, it hasn't been. I don't know. It's been kind of seamless. He just walks into the show and walks out of the show, and I don't know, he's schizophrenic. I guess he's divided his brain into
I feel like I've been making it up as I go along. I consulted several other actor-directors in town who have done it, and they gave me a few pointers. I've brought in a few outside eyes to look at the process, and I really have tried to figure out how to split my brain. You know, you want to be present in a scene with someone, and at the same time you're taking notes, and that can be weird. And so, like, I try to alternate back and forth with that. But the cast has been amazing with it. You know, we've just all kind of jumped in the pool together, and really just accepted that as that's part of this process. It's fun. Our last show where we were on stage together was back at Lamb's Players and Into the Woods, but we really didn't interact a lot in that show. And then we've worked together a couple times here at Moonlight, where I've directed you in Mousetrap and Barefoot in the Park. And so I think more than anything, I would say there's a trust there. There's a lot of people in this cast that I haven't worked with before, and so it's been very reassuring to be able to play this role opposite Dagmar.
I wish I knew. I mean, I'm making my own decisions as I go along, but I suspect that she had parents who let her think that she could do anything that she wanted to. And then her life with Louis in France before she married Henry led her to believe that she could. She was smarter than her husband, the first husband. And so she, maybe when you're royalty, you are entitled, you really do think that you can do anything. But certainly, as opposed to what women's roles were at the time, she's like from another planet. Yeah. She's completely educated. She knows all about music and poetry and languages and all that stuff. And she knows all the things about government and types of government.
She created a lot of the chivalric code, right?
Right. She the troubadours and the codes of ethics for the chivalric.
I think so. Yes.
Codes of taking care of the damsel in distress and the white knights in shining armor.
It must be late. And I don't want to miss the tide.
You know, I hope we never die.
I hope so too.
You think there's any chance of it?